Hey everybody, welcome back to Reaction Reviews. Holy crap! It is Memorial Day weekend and Star Wars just dropped a new trailer for The Bad Batch Season 2. I'd completely forgotten about The Bad Batch. I guess I knew they were going to make a Season 2, but it seems like so long ago that they had Season 1. I guess I was just assuming that they'd forgotten about it. You know, we had The Mandalorian, we had The Book of Boba Fett, now we've got Obi-Wan Kenobi coming out, and then again here at the end of August, I think it is, we've got another series coming out. Off the top of my head, I can't think of what it is, but it's coming soon. Anyway, all these series coming out, I'd completely forgotten about The Bad Batch, and I just now looked it up, and it was only 2021 when they came out with Season 1. It seems like so long ago that it was out. It seems like much longer. But anyway, here it is, 2022, and Star Wars, of course, they're having their big convention this weekend, and they just announced Bad Batch Season 2. So they've got a new trailer for us, so let's go ahead and check it out together, and here we go. The Bad Batch Season 2, coming to Disney+. Lucasfilm.
Clearly, you're not paying attention to what's happening out there.
It is time for a new era.
Palpatine.
There are others out there who need our help. We'll take all the allies we can get.
Oh, Chewie with the lightsaber? Was that Alpha?
Let's get to
Looks like Alpha's back, and there's the guys. The Bad Batch Season 2, streaming fall of 2022 on Disney+. All right, this looks pretty exciting. Showed there, you know, the main characters are back. Looked like Alpha was back there too. Some nice scenery. Looks like some new planets. That one there kind of reminded me of the ocean planet on Rogue One. I remember when they first came out with the big poster of the tropical island background and the stormtroopers walking out in the ocean, and I thought that was such an amazing looking scene. I love that poster. And I was a little bit disappointed that we didn't get that exact scene in the movie. Looks like they've got some new scenery there, some new planets, and the crew is back, so that's pretty cool. That voice, that sounded like maybe it was Maz Kanata narrating, possibly. So Maz Kanata might be in here. You know, this is, of course, prequel. This is before A New Hope, so we know that... you know, it's way before we meet Maz Kanata in the sequel trilogy, but we do know that Maz Kanata's been around a while. She's an old friend of Chewie and Han, and so we may be seeing Maz Kanata in her early days. So that'd be kind of interesting to see if that's the case, unless I completely missed the mark there and that wasn't her voice. Chewie with a lightsaber. That's something that kind of bothered me. I've seen that in the comics also. Chewbacca. They had him with a lightsaber different times. It just seems kind of out of place to show Chewbacca, a Wookiee, with a lightsaber, especially Chewbacca. You know, because we picture him with that special bowcaster that he's got. That's his weapon of choice. That's what we kind of, you know, imagine him using. It's kind of odd to see him with a lightsaber. It was a green lightsaber. Of course, this is way too soon to be Luke's. This is before Luke was even, well, Luke was born, but he was a kid. During the Bad Batch, well, no, this was right after he was born, so Luke would have been an infant in this time. It's Season 2 of the Bad Batch, so this is picking up where Season 1 left off. If it is, then this is shortly after Order 66. So again, we're back in that era again, which is cool. And you know, this is one of my favorite eras of Star Wars, if not my favorite era. Definitely the Dark Times, as Obi-Wan once called it. But anyway, yeah, So it wouldn't have been Luke's lightsaber. It would have been Yoda's. They eventually became Luke's. So the green lightsaber. Of course, we know that at the end of Revenge of the Sith, that Yoda went off to escape with some Wookiees, including Chewbacca. And that kind of bothered me too, about that kind of a plot hole sort of thing, that Chewbacca ended up becoming a friend of Han's. And Han, clear through the original trilogy, he didn't believe in the Force, especially in the first episode, in Episode 4, New Hope. He didn't believe in the Force, and it wasn't until, we see him, many years later in the sequel trilogy where he acknowledged to Rey and the others that the Force was real, and he finally believed in it where he didn't before. But if Chewbacca, as we saw, was around during the Clone Wars, and he was friends with the Jedi, including Yoda, he was obviously aware of the Force. So for Han and Chewie to have such a close friendship, unless just Han just simply didn't believe it. You go through life having friends, and they have a certain belief system, and you're still good, close friends with them, but you don't believe necessarily the same thing that they do, as was the case in A New Hope with Han and Luke and Obi-Wan. Obviously they were believers in the Force, but he wasn't, and yet they still remained close. So maybe he had this long-term friendship with Chewbacca, who did believe in the Force, who had witnessed it firsthand, and still, even if they had conversations about it possibly, Han still didn't believe in the Force until, of course, he had witnessed it firsthand with Luke becoming a Jedi and fighting Vader, and et cetera, and all the things that they went through together in the original trilogy. Anyway, looks interesting to me. Bad Batch Season 2. I love Season 1. I'm excited to see it come back. Of course, I've been thrilled with the live-action series that they've been doing. They did them all pretty well. There were a few episodes in there that I wasn't thrilled about. I thought they could have done a little bit better. Some of the digital work that they did, the special effects weren't as good as I would have expected from Disney and Lucasfilm. But the storylines pretty much were pretty good. It was the better of Star Wars, definitely better than the sequel trilogy. So I'm very pleased with what they're doing with the live action series. But I am glad to see the Bad Batch coming back. We'll get back into some Star Wars animation and see what happens with the clones in Season 2 after Order 66. What do you guys think of the trailer? Comment down below. Hit the like button and share this with your friends. But most of all, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, because once we reach 100 subs, I'm going to give away a free Star Wars trade paperback to a random subscriber. So make sure that you're subscribed so that you're eligible to win that free Star Wars trade paperback. Anyway, thanks again for watching, guys. Have a great Memorial Day weekend, and we'll see you next time. May the Force be with you all. I have spoken.